State health plan premiums might go up for the second time in 2 months, not because of lawmakers this time, but because of a dispute between Aetna and Duke Health. You see, Aetna is the insurance provider for state workers, as well as thousands of people in the private sector. And their negotiations with Duke Health have hit a bit of a roadblock. The two sides are running out of time at this point to even make a deal, and the end result could mean higher premiums or forcing people to find a new doctor. I spoke to WRAL state government reporter Will Doran to get the details. All right, well, let's talk about this, because we have seen these negotiations happen time and time again, but this one is a particularly big one. Can you explain why?
Yeah, well, Aetna is one of the biggest health insurance companies in North Carolina. 1.5 million customers here in the state. About 1 in every 10 people is an Aetna customer. But in addition to that, they also handle the state health plan. That means that every single teacher, state employee in North Carolina gets their health insurance through Aetna and could be impacted by this.
To boil this down, it's really all about money at the end of the day. If Duke Health gets its way here in this negotiation, is it safe to say people will see their premiums go up?
Well, that's what Treasurer Brad Briner says. He's in charge of the state health plan. I talked to him about this. He said it's impossible so far to put an exact dollar figure on how much the premiums would need to rise, but he is confident that the premiums would go up. And this comes just after they raised the premiums last month on the state health plan. So this would be the second hike in 2 months.
But we can't just give Duke whatever it wants, given that we'll be raising premiums on everybody already. And if we give Duke what it wants, then we're going to have to raise them even more. And that's just not fair.
Okay, now if they can't come to terms here and they separate, that's a big deal too, because suddenly you have a bunch of people who are living in the triangle who use Aetna and Duke Health, and suddenly Duke Health is out of network for them.
Exactly, and we know that there are 70,000 state employees who use Duke Health. There's obviously thousands, probably tens of thousands of more people who have Aetna through the private market who use Duke as well. So yes, tens of thousands, maybe over 100,000 people could be having to find a new doctor if negotiations completely fall apart here. Obviously, folks are hoping that that doesn't happen, that they can get things settled in the next few weeks here, but every day that goes by, it's looking a little bit worse.
And while that might seem extreme to a lot of folks, we have seen it happen before when negotiations like this have gone south with other hospitals and other providers.
Exactly. Just a few years ago, WakeMed United Healthcare had a similar dispute, and that led to about a year-long out-of-network situation for the two of them. So this can go to the point where you do go out-of-network, you do lose your doctors. A lot of times, though, we do see this get wrapped up and resolved in the final days, just days to spare. So lots of people are hoping that that is what happens here, and we don't hit that extreme point.
There's still some more time. How long will people be holding their breath? Is it about a month before the deadline approaches?
Yes, October 20th is the end of the contract. And so in the next few days here, Aetna is going to be sending out letters to all of its customers, warning them about this and saying, hey, you might need to start looking and finding a new doctor. In the meantime, we've already heard Duke running ads on the radio, sending out letters of their own to people. So the war of words could really be heating up here in the next few weeks. Definitely something to watch out for.
Thank you, Will.
Thanks.